I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. We finished this piano up in the shop here just recently. It's a 1997 Samick, and we did absolutely nothing to the outside, and we did a full refurbishing on the inside. This is one of those projects that I'm kind of faced with a decision. Do I want to do a full refinishing, which of course forces us to increase the price in order to make it to essentially pay for the refinishing, or do I leave the refinishing, the finish as it is, and just do the guts? And the finish on this one, I wouldn't say it's excellent, but I'd say it's good. It's probably a B plus overall. And so in order to just make this one a very attractive price-wise, that's what we opted to do. So the majority of the work, or I guess all of the work, is on the inside. So let's check that out. 1997, and it's 44 inches tall. There you can see the action is just very clean. The hammers are all properly reshaped. Everything is tightened, lubricated, aligned, full regulation. You can see that when I engage this hammer, it comes to within 1/8 of an inch of the string where it pulls away. That's correct regulation. All of those hammers are perfectly regulated. And then additionally, the amount that the hammer moves after that little pop happens on the hammer, right there, that little shelf, you can feel it if you're perceptive. I actually remember as a kid, I think this is just a coincidence. I think I'm not necessarily saying I was destined to become a piano technician, because as a 4-year-old, I remember feeling this aftertouch. But I do remember that. I remember that specifically on my parents' piano, just kind of going along and feeling that little pop there. Of course, I had no idea what that was. I wouldn't know for another 20 years. But I remember noticing that, and noticing that little shelf in there.
At 4?
Yeah, it was probably 4 or 5.
Oh.
Yeah. I think probably a lot of...
You were destined.
Yeah, must be. Maybe I was destined to be a piano technician even at 4. So I had found my calling. So yeah, this piano turned out great. 1997, like I said, as a general rule, a 1997 piano is going to need a refurbishing for sure. So that's over 20 years, 25 years old now, and any 25-year-old piano will absolutely need to be refurbished. The finish, that's another story. Maybe, maybe not. Just depends on entirely how well it was cared for. But the action, there's just no getting around that on the guts. If the piano is played at all, it will need to be refurbished and cleaned, at least. Even if the piano wasn't even touched, the piano will absolutely need to be cleaned. And actually, there are probably some other refurbishing steps that I would say would even be necessary. Tightening and alignment, even if the piano wasn't played over 20, 25 years. Regulation, piano will be out of regulation after 25 years of just sitting. Probably quite a number of others. But if it's played, which most pianos are, it's going to need just the full gamut of refurbishing, which we've done here. And once that refurbishing is done, this piano has another good 20 or 25 years of great use, and then it will need that cycle again, need to be refurbished again, just like any other piano. So let's listen to it. great. This is a good little piano, and it's a workhorse. These ceramics, I've worked on tons of them over the years, and they just hold up really well. They last a long time, and they serve as good family pianos to see kids through lessons. Really, I mean, ultimately, what a serious piano needs is a grand piano. But this piano, if need be, this piano could absolutely get a bunch of kids through high school, at least, if they start to take it seriously, and then maybe by late high school you got to splurge and get a grand piano. But this is a workhorse piano, solid, and by no means would it prevent a child from falling in love with this art form of piano. But all of that on a major budget. This piano is functionally as close to perfect as a piano like this is going to be, and budget-wise, it's probably about a third or less of what you could find a piano like this for brand new. So just a really good deal, really good buy value. So come check it out and see what you think. The address here is 1497 South State Street in Orem. Thanks for watching.